Okay, good. Alright, I'm just gonna go over this video and see what's going on. I'll just turn down the sound. I'll just cut the sound. I don't need to see this. Okay. Yeah, Orianna's always fine. Let me see if I can't check masteries. JazzKat. Okay. JazzKat. Okay, let's see if there's anything wrong with the masteries and runes before we do anything else. Runes, AP. Alright. Scaling AP blues. Get rid of these mana regen yellows, you don't need them. These should all be magic pen. Actually, for Orianna, these should be hybrid pen, but if you're doing a budget page with AP, these should all be magic pen, these should all be armor, these should all be AP. Alright, you got all AP, and then these can either be magic resist or scaling AP. I think I like scaling AP for Orianna Re, but otherwise I wouldn't do it. But yeah, it's a bit all over the place. The mana regen seals are just not necessary, like you just don't need them. Especially with Orianna, because you can just auto-attack. She's really not that mana hungry. But even just for general AP mids, you really want armor. Like, these mana regen things don't do anything for you. Well, they help, but this isn't going to do anything compared to, like, 9 extra armor. So yeah, just get some armor. And I mean, even if you're short on IP, it's like, this is the only page you're really going to need. Oh geez, yeah, this is too much crit. Like, this is the page I use for Yasuo. Well, I mean, not without the seals of AD. Like, this is just silly. Like, you don't need seals of AD. Like, different runes are more efficient in different spots. Like, seals are not efficient, like, compared to, like, an AD Quint. Like, AD Quints are what they call primary, which means they're efficient. They're really efficient for the Quint slot. Crit reds are really efficient for the red slot, but you don't want to run crit reds on everyone. Like, this kind of setup, like with the 9 crit, is okay on Yasuo. Like, it's kind of cheesy for Yasuo, but it's just bad for everyone else because it doesn't help you. It's just RNG. Like, you're just letting RNG do your damage for you. Same thing with these, is like, these aren't efficient. Like, AD blues are not efficient compared to, like, MR blues. Like, MR blues will give you more gold value in, like, a different way than scaling AD blues. Like, scaling AD blues just give you very little. Like, it's 0.73 AD per rune at level 18. Like, at level 18. Like, this is worse than flat magic resist blues, even before level 18, or even when they get to level 18. Like, these are just really inefficient, and then these are just, yeah, you want these to be armor pretty much all the time. Either armor or scaling HP, but if you're running 2 budget pages, just have armor. Where's Orianna? So, actually, these are fine. Like, double-edged sword is optional. I'd probably get rid of 1 point in Warlord and put a double-edged sword, just randomly seeing the Yasuo Masteries. Actually, I'd probably get rid of 1 point in Warlord and put it in Feast. Warlord's kind of deceptive, it's not that efficient. 5% AD doesn't do much. Okay, let's see. Orianna. Alright, let's see what this is. Suppose weakness. Alright, once again, Butcher and Feast are really good. I'd probably just get those instead of... What else is there? Arcane Blade. I really like Butcher and Feast. I'd probably get at least Butcher instead of Exposed Weakness. Exposed Weakness is alright. But at the same time, like, this is fine, there's nothing wrong with this. Or even cut some points with CDR. Because, like, Butcher and Feast are just really good. Let's see, these... This is the Recall Mastery, right? Yeah, this is not terrible. I don't like the Move Speed Mastery, but it's not bad. This is fine. This is the one you really want, the CDR on Summoner Spells. I'd probably cut the Move Speed for that one, or cut the Mana Regen. Either or. For Orianna, I'd probably cut the Mana Regen, and then just get the Summoner Insight, and then... Biscuits or Runic Affinity. I like the buff duration one, but if you don't think you're gonna get blues, like I don't know how your games go, but if you consistently don't get blues, just take Biscuits. But I mean, other than that, this is fine. I just shift these to here, or shift these to here, and then maybe take 2 points out of CDR and 1 point out of Exposed Weakness and put in these two. Okay, whoops. Here it is. Alright, well, got that out of the way. It's just loading, okay. It zoomed in a bit, but it's not a problem. Man, this thing's running slow. Alright, where'd you start? Amp Tome, yeah, Amp Tome 1 is bad. You want to start Orange Ring pretty much every time. There's only a few good starts for Orianna, and like, Boots 4 is okay against Xerath, but pretty much always you want to start Orange Ring. Amp Tome 1 doesn't gives you less stats than Orange Ring, gives you less potions, gives you less mana regen. But, like, you know, you'd much prefer to have the door and ring stats. Nothing's gonna happen level 1. Oh man, this seems a little obnoxious, but okay. It'll be okay. It sucks that I can't, like, look at everything, but we'll see. Okay, what skill are you gonna start? What skill are you gonna start? It's good that you held your points, though. I mean, do you know who you're laning against? I didn't even get to see the champions. Alright, 909. Yeah, okay, you're probably against Annie, but alright. You still probably... Holding your points is good, like, until you need it. Especially with Orianna, because E or Q are perfectly fine starts. You want to be able to know what's going on. It could be Garen, too, though, so you want to know. I don't know where Annie is. Yeah, you're just auto-attacking too early. You just need to practice CSing. Alright, as soon as you see Annie, you should either start E or Q. Alright, don't click points, or don't click to put in points. It's just slow. Just hit control, then the skill. And also, with Annie, she's got a 650 range Q. And yours is similar. I think yours is 600, but you can trade with autos, and she really can't, like, comparatively speaking, because your autos do way more damage just because of your passive. So, like, you can just start E and then run up to her and just auto-attack her a bunch of times if she Qs you. She's probably going to mostly just use Q to farm in the early levels. Or she's going to start W. Oh, she started Q, okay. Alright, second level, what are we going to do? Yeah, just make sure you're practicing CSing as well. Like, that'll just win you so many games straight up. Yeah, and also, like, you just kind of, like, randomly backed up to press tab. Like, unless there's something you really want to know, don't bother hitting tab. Like, you don't just casually hit tab just to check things. Like, if you want to check their items, fine. Check their items as soon as they come into lane, and then lane normally. But unless you, like, know what you're looking for, don't bother pressing tab. Like, I don't know what you were looking for there, but I don't think there's really any information you needed to know at that instant, unless you didn't check Annie's items, in which case, okay, you could check her items, but you could also do that by clicking on her. You, like, missed a CS and you gave up a bunch of, or you gave up your posture for no reason. Okay. Well, she misclicked her Q, so that's good. I think she Q'd a creep. What did you get? You got W? Okay, QW's alright. QW's pretty aggressive. But if you're going to start Q, you should probably get W second. Either is fine. Yeah, I can't even see where Annie is. Annie's playing way back, this is fine, but, like, you basically just want to shove this wave in as fast as you can from here. Okay, I don't know where your camera is. If this is where your camera is, you need to fix that. Like, you can't just have your camera, like, dicking around over here when she's over here, because you need to be able to see her, see what's going on. Like, if she suddenly starts attacking you, you wouldn't even know. Your camera's over here. I don't know if maybe you caught her in the edge of your corner, but something tells me you didn't. Like, let me go back and see. Alright, you got, like, a little bit. Annie's, like, way over here. If she's auto-attacking at, like, half her range, she's, like, way over there. Your camera's way over here. Like, you don't need to have your camera way over here. Like, center it around, like, this point right here on the minion line, just so you can see everything. Like, it doesn't need to be centered back here. I can't even tell what you're going to max. You should max QWE with Orianna. I can't see with the camera. Yeah, just don't click on the points, though. It's just faster to hit Control Q. Or Control QWER. Being able to do that's pretty important, though, because, like, there's some times where you're going to... If you Q through a minion with your ball and you hit 6 by killing the minion that you Q'd through, you want to be able to just hit R, like, immediately. Like, whatever, you just missed that Q, that's fine. But, like, you shouldn't let her just push you off like that. You don't need to. You have even creeps, and her range creeps are, like, way back there, so she's going to take minion damage if she autos you and you're not. So you could have traded there and it would have been pretty good. Yeah, it's like you're still letting her zone you, and I don't think you need to be doing that. Like, you can just be hitting her up for some damage. Well, I mean, we'd have the amp tome start, so you don't want to spam too much, but there you go, you need to eat yourself here. Yeah, you need to eat yourself as soon as you start taking damage. And Maokai came in, which is, it's fine. It gives you some pressure. Just something, at least. That was nice. I can't see Annie's health bars, so I can't see how is lane's going. But Annie does pretty good damage early, but you can trade with her. You just have to use your E properly. Like, make sure you're hitting, like, Alt E, or, like, I rebounded to Shift E because I have an easier time hitting Shift. But when you shield yourself every time she Qs. Yeah, like, this is okay. Like, if you're gonna be playing passive like this, like, you can't miss any CS. Like, alright, you got stunned. There you go. Eat yourself. Alright. Yeah, your E didn't block quite as much damage as it could have. It was a little slow, but you also got stunned. But what you can do is, while she has her stun up, it just means the next spell she casts is going to stun somebody. So She can't farm with her Q anymore. And if she uses the stun on anything that's not you, you have a slight advantage because she's not going to have it for a while. But mostly it just shortens the range of her CSing, and also you can shield yourself preemptively. You can just predict the stun. You can just like shield yourself and then walk up. And if she doesn't stun you, you can just hit her a bunch of times. And if she does stun you, your shield will eat it. Which will be fine, because she won't take quite as much damage. But you don't have Doran's Ring, so your mana is like way lower than it should be. Yeah, like you can just, the way the Doran's Ring works also is every time you kill a minion, you get 4 mana, which really adds up. It's what? I can't add. It's 24 mana per wave. But now you have to kind of zone yourself a little bit, because if she does hit you, you're going to die. Yeah, that was fucking weird. Like, there's no way she could have killed you there. You still had E as well. Like, yeah, you didn't need to barrier. Like, that was really fucking weird. she has to combo you, like, twice to kill you, and she can't just flash on you like that, or she's just going to die. Or she's going to blow her summoners for no reason, but you blew your barrier, so... What was going to be an advantage, don't build fucking tier. There you go. Do not go tier. Alright, get the chalice. Get the chalice. There you go. That's fine. Yeah, just wait in base for 1 potion and you'll be good. I wouldn't leave base without potions. Yeah, the Amtem start was kind of sucking, because like you don't even want to build Codex first with Ori. You kind of want to get Chalice against Annie. But I think if you are going to go Amtem, you should probably just build Fiendish Codex. But actually, Chalice is fine. Either one is fine. But you really don't want to go into lane without pots. Like, she's just going to out-sustain you at that point. I can't see any of the numbers, but whenever you hit tab, I'll see them, so I can figure things out that way. And, hit the minion. There you go. But, yeah, the biggest issue here is mostly just CSing and not using your skills properly. Like, you need to be able to, like, figure out what she's going to do before she does it. Like, that's the main reason why your shields are so late, and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's not, like, the way she's posturing, she's pretty much, like, broadcasting her movements. The flash thing was weird, like, I don't know. But it was also terrible, so that's okay. Like, it's allowed to be weird, as long as it's terrible. Alright, I don't know what time it is in this game. Yeah, that's one thing I can't check, though, can't check the time. Because I don't know when the blues are going to be coming up, but you really do want to be able to get blues in this lane. It really lets you spam. I need to go see that, see what's going on. I don't remember who their jungler was. What was it? Yeah, well, it doesn't really matter. He's completely ignoring mid. He has Amumu. Okay. Amumu is not hard for Orianna to deal with. You just shield yourself, and even if he does, you just use your W to either dodge the Q, or you can just W afterwards, and you're fine. As long as Annie doesn't flash on you afterwards. But Annie... Oh my god, Annie started Spell Thieves. Yeah, you should have been able to abuse her much harder early on for starting Spell Thieves. The fact you didn't go Doran's Ring made that a bit harder, but Spell Thieves doesn't give you any stats. Like, 80% of the Spell Thieves is just the money proc. And she just isn't going to be able to use that because she's actually last hitting. Like, it gets disabled every time you last hit, so. So he's just like, you need to make sure you understand what her items do. Like, there's no way she should have been able to outtrade you. Like, I mean, your runes are kind of bad, but they're not that bad. Like, you have the AP, and you have the Magic Pen. And even then, with the Blasting Wand, she shouldn't be able to zone you too badly. But even then, you kind of need to play around your minions just because of Amumu. Yeah, she's probably just getting blue. Oh, no, I guess not. I don't know what Mako is selling Dragon. It's fucking weird. I can't see this half this game. Alright, did she walk? Hang on, I need to see this before we fight. That ult is good, though. That's the right decision. She walked that way. Okay, so she could have... If you clocked the... Yeah, like, once again, I can't see the clock or the minimap, so... And there's a lot of stuff I just don't know. If Amumu started blue, then it would make more sense she's going to blue. But if Maokai's soloing Dragon, then... In which case, yeah, you should follow her down. Like, 80% of the time she'd just be doing blue, but Maokai's soloing Dragon, so you're good. There's so much stuff I just can't see. So I can't even, like, tell if this is a good decision or not. Alright, yeah, that's good. Yeah, let the Dragon do work for you. Stay on top of her, though. You don't want to let her walk away. That's good. But she didn't have flash, so she wasn't going to get away no matter what. Like, okay, you just get off the Dragon. Get off the Dragon. Yeah, early Dragons really don't matter. Like, they're nice. They don't do anything early, but they're nice later on. Maokai's trying kind of hard to make that work. Like, this is where you should just be shoving. Like, just shove this as hard as you can. You want to shove it into turret just to make him, just so you can back and so you can make him lose as much as you can. Like, you need to be QWing the wave like right now. Just kill everything as quick as you can. Yeah, I wouldn't stay to push this turret. You should just back here. You either push the second wave out, which would be a bit greedy, but it wouldn't be a big deal. Like, just push this wave out again and then back, or just back. Like, you don't want to sit here and get damage on the turret. You really just want to be able to recall him by. I don't know how much gold you have, but you probably have a lot. Comparatively. You could probably have a good bit more if you just didn't miss so many CS, but hey, people miss CS. It's just something you gotta practice. Even just on these minions past, like, alright, yeah, you should have backed twice now. Like, this is a great time to back. The wave's gonna be, if she comes back and pushes, which, oh, actually she roamed top. Like, I think you should have just backed anyway. You need to get some money back up. You don't need to apologize for that. That's absurd. Like, she came up through the lane. She backed and then went straight top. Like, he should have been able to react to that. That's not your fault at all. At least I think she came up through the lane. I can't see the minimap. But in this one isolated condition, staying and pushing was actually correct. But in 90% of the other cases, it's just wrong. I can't see the damage on the turret. So if you do take the turret, this is good. But yeah, you're not going to take the turret. Now she can beat you. Like, this is the problem, is that she's bought and she's fresh and ready. Like, she's very ready to fight. Like, you need to back now. Just back. Just back! Also, you shouldn't be clicking on the pings. It's like control G, or control click, and then you can drag around. You don't need to click on the pings. Alright, yeah, you need to back. Like, you really need to back. You can't lane against her with this much gold. It's absurd. I don't even know how much gold you have. All I know is it's way too much. Alright, now eat yourself. There you go. Wow, she missed the tibbers. She fucked up the tibber stun. Yeah, you can kill her here. Alright, ult. And auto. There you go. Cool. Yeah, I don't know what that was. She really shouldn't have gone back in after wasting her combo. You shouldn't have been able to kill her there, but hey, whatever. People fuck up. Well, you need to understand though. You need to understand like why that works, just so that in the future you can understand how to abuse that. Like, alright, cool, you're maxing W. But the reason why that worked is because she wasted her combo and then went back in before it was back up. So she couldn't combo you again, and she couldn't stun you again. Fish Grail. Wow, you got a lot of money. Alright, boots. Boots are fine, and 2 pots and a ward. I get some pots, and probably sell for sweeper. Sweeper's bay. Actually, no, there's no point in getting sweeper and bronze. No wards. Being green is fine, but you really want to grab potions. Potions are great. Also, you still haven't gotten blue buff. You should either talk to Maokai or talk to Maokai to get you blue, or just do it yourself. Like, Orianna's pretty good at doing it. Blue really helps for lanes. You can just shove as much as you want. You can spam abilities. Just being able to spam everything, you can farm safely always. You can harass a lot better. You can shove the waves really fast. Like, being able to QW like 3 or 4 times just over and over again is excellent for lane pressure. Here you go, that's good. We're going to be able to like chain your auto attacks with your Q, because if you do them both at the same time, it just saves you an animation. Like, actually, yeah, here, I'll fire up a custom game real quick. I want to show a couple animation things you can do with Orianna. Actually, I'll use Irv. I'll use the Irv custom. Actually, wait, you can't use Irv. You can't use bots and Irv customs. Well, there's just little things you can do with each combo to optimize it a bit. Let me make sure Roby's actually getting this. It is. Okay, cool.
We will kill your enemies. That will be fun.
Alright. I'll fire that up and I'll just keep watching for now. Yeah, I don't need the sound. So yeah, we'll see how this game goes. I feel like I'm pretty sure you lost this, otherwise you wouldn't send it to me. But yeah, the on top is good. Obviously, having the pink ward in your inventory is a bit bad, but yeah, that's not your fault. Like, you couldn't have done anything. They were kind of like, where the fuck was Annie? All right, hang on. If Annie was in lane, you could have maybe seen this coming. Like, no, Annie came from top side. Like, that's not your fault. Oops.
Why are they running?
I need a minion to auto. Alright, I'll set that up while we wait. Yeah, like, this is absurd. Annie's just like walking, not even walking the lane. Her farm should be abysmal. which is fine, but like your buddies need to figure out how to react to her roam or get some deep wards up, but like holy shit, they're just not reacting to her at all. Which is fine, but it's like it's not your fault. You don't need to like get worried about it. She's just walking straight from lane or straight from base. Every time you walk back into lane, you're just killing her, which is fine. But like you should also be answering her roams, just not necessarily like following her, but like either shoving this turret really really hard. You either want to shove the turret over here really really hard, or go bottom. Like she's getting stuff done while you're not. Jeez, why is this frame rate so low? Shouldn't be getting this kind of frames. Alright, whatever. I'll just walk back to this. Yeah, you don't type to people. You don't talk to people in this game. There's no reason to talk to people. You might miss a CS because you talk to people. Oh, you're good. You just don't talk to people. You can still punish Annie pretty hard, actually. I can't even see her item, so I don't know. But based on the way she plays, you should be able to punish her. Because she's not even, like, doing basic comboing stuff right. But yeah, you shouldn't be typing to your teammates. There's just no reason to.
This is very exciting.
There you go. Alright, cool. This is the kind of stuff I've been waiting for you to do. Is just walk between her casters and melees, and then keep her from farming. Like, she can't farm like this. Or either that or you're just going to shove her under turret. She's going to miss some farm to turret, or she's going to lose her turret. Alright, let me show you the couple animation things real quick.
Is impatient.
Like, even just like this. Oh, I just want to range rip. But like, you want to be able to just have the auto and the Q go off at the same time. Like, see, that was so much faster than going auto Q. It was like just instant. Even with like the weird frame rate lag. You don't have like, every time Orianna, like, here, look at this. Every time Orianna autos, she kind of throws her hand. Every time she Qs, she does the same thing. You can do both at the same time. Also, like, you want to be able to do this kind of thing in customs every now and again, just practice CSing, but you want to lose the Dorn Ring to make it a little harder, so like, I messed up that one. But like, you just want to be able to Q and auto at the same time. I need to find another minion. So like, she only waved her hands once. The second hand wave is her, the second hand wave interrupted the third one. Orianna's not one super important on because all her cast times are instant. Like, there's no channel there. There's no channel for this. The only one that's not instant is the shield. But like, it's just a general thing with champions. Like, think about like how your animations work with Orianna. And also, like, when you auto and Q, it surprises people with some of the damage. I'll just mute this and go back to your game. I haven't played Orianna in forever. Like, I don't know how all her animations work, but I picked her back up recently, but I'm still not very good with her. I can play her, it's just, I don't understand all the mechanical stuff. Okay, yeah, that's good. You should be pushing. Yeah, Makai still doesn't have blue buff, and you really should be, like, getting your blues. Like, you're 2-0, you should be getting blue buff. Aw, rip. Yeah, well. You can honestly, like, you can wait a little more with the minions when you're shoving, but you're gonna get the turret, which is nice. You can stay to take the turret, you don't need to worry about Annie. If Annie tries to fight you, you'll just kill her. You're up 2 levels and a ton of items. I don't know her items. She probably has, like, Abyssal. She either has Abyssal or Roa. In which case, I think you win anyway, just because of the 2-level stat advantage. Like, you have, like, 200 HP on her just because you have 2 levels up on her. Also have a little bit of AD and the other stuff. It's not a terrible pink ward, but I'd honestly rather just be in the River Brush. That one doesn't live very long if they go for Dragon. Like, you've been in mid, like, the entire game. I don't know how bottom's been going, but I think you could have probably roamed there at some point. Like, this is when you need to be the roaming. Like, after you shove this wave, you need to be roaming. Or if for some ungodly reason they don't stop you, you can pressure second tier mid, but they really should stop you. As long as you see everyone, this is okay, but you don't want to do this if you can't see more than 2 people. And honestly, I would ping missing randomly. Like, if you really get upset about what your teammates say, just repeatedly ping Mia, like, over and over again, because then they'll have no excuse, even though it doesn't even help. Like, I don't know what Annie is doing there, but it's not going to do anything, and MF is making bad decisions. Yeah, that was weird. They just tried to fight that, and it's like, that's fine. Like, it just kind of fucking happens. Which is okay. It doesn't excuse the fact that your RCS is abysmal. But you just have to understand that sometimes you can't help them. Good. Nice. I don't know if you could have gotten both of them, but I would have tried for it. Alright, you didn't need to flash. And even then, the flash doesn't help much. You could have got it on the edge with the QW. Actually, let me check. The flash is a bit it was a bit early. Like, you wanted to E yourself first and then flash, so your ball will be with you. So instead of, like, having to go from the bottom of towards your turret all the way up to their turret, you want to let the ball come with you. Like, take it for a ride. So this is... Alright, yeah, you just nuked her out immediately. She didn't even die to the ult, she just got killed by the auto attack and minions. Alright. Actually, you'd have to E, and as long as your stun's up, okay. Yeah, I think you could have E'd it, QW'd, and just killed her. You wouldn't have gotten Draven, though. Actually, did you even get Draven? No, you didn't get Draven. Okay, yeah, you could have. You didn't need to flash, but if you're at all unsure, just flash. You'd have to EQW. It would have been close, but I think you would have got it. And even if you didn't get it, you'd at least get the W, and you could just flash an auto afterwards. Alright, yeah, that's good. New large rod items are nice. And even if you're, like, at all scared of her CC, you can just go, alright, you need to buy a couple pots in a ward every time you back, pretty much. Even at level 11, Orianna kind of relies on pots to keep her health high. So, like, you'd just be buying, like, 2 pots in a ward. It's just, like, your standard kit. Okay, just exit this out. I showed what I wanted to show with this. Get off my screen. Yeah, also make sure, like, if you see waves like this built up, just take them. Like, your job as a mid laner is to eat everything. Just get all the money you want. Sona doesn't get this kill in any universe. Like, there's no point in wasting your time to clear another wave and walk off. You just want to take everything. Like, especially with Volibear, it doesn't scale that well. Like, he gets pretty tanky, but he's pretty easy to kite. He's not the best scaling champion. He's not terrible, but he's not great. And you scale pretty well, so you may as well just take the money. He's going to be like a wall of meat regardless of how much money he has. He's just going to be a slightly harder to kill wall of meat, whereas you need to be able to do damage. Well, you're 4-0, but you can still want to eat all the farm. Like, you just be like casually doing wolves and wraiths while you wait for, like, if you have your lane pushed up to their second tier mid, like way up there, then you can just like do wraiths or wolves whenever. Alright, if Draven's just sitting there automating like that, you can nuke him out. Yeah, you can nuke this guy. I don't know what he's doing. And oh, he's got friends. Yeah, I think if you just immediately nuked him instead of waiting, you could have killed him. At least, like, drop a QW and walk away. Like, alright, let's see this. Alright, so he walked right toward you. This is when you should have turned. Like, immediately just QW. And auto. You gave him, like, an extra half second. Also, he got hit by the, stand aside. Also, you understand what you don't see. Like, Amumu could be here. Amumu could be over there. But even then, like, I think this is correct. I think you should just QW ult. A little faster. You did it kind of slow. You had the ball back to yourself. Like, this should be QW ult and then walk away. Because while you won't have your ult if there is a team fight for Dragon, he's just completely out. Because this is going to do, like, what? Down to there-ish? He can't fight with that little HP. Yeah, it'll be about that, because he healed. He's going to walk away and heal. Like, okay, you're at least going to get his heal. But you want to get out of there as soon as you see that guy. Also remember, you can speed yourself up with W. So, like, even when you're like, oh, come on. Yeah, I'll just let it play. Even when you're like right at this corner over here, you could have still lived. Yeah. Yeah, the key with all this stuff is, like, even though this was kind of a bad decision to fight him, and I don't even think that was that bad of a decision. You just needed to do it from a little further away. But, like, if mechanically you're on point, you would have survived here. You wouldn't have killed Draven, but you would have at least survived. And they blew a lot of stuff on you. Like, he ulted a single target. Well, basically a single target, and Sona's also there, but he basically ulted just for you, and he ulted in, Straka ult? I think Straka ulted, yeah. Like, they blew a lot of stuff for you, but Maokai's top, but that's fine, but yeah. So you're not going to get anything out of it, but Maokai, you could have gotten something out of it, so it wasn't even that bad. But yeah, even then, like, just being there when Maokai's not there, when you have no teammates there, there's no reason to be around Dragon, because you can't take it alone. You can, like, screw with them as much as you want, but you gotta stay way back. But Draven walking into melee range of you should just QW hard, and if that didn't kill him, it'd at least chunk him out a ton. Yeah, you don't need the next dragon. Dragons really don't matter. They're not something to get too worried about. Even, like, the first one is 6% AD AP, which is, like, for you, I think you have, like, what, 300 AP? Like, it's, like, what, 20 AP? I don't even know. I don't know what your numbers are. 3 is, like, 3 matters, but it's not huge. Like, there's something you can give up. As long as you don't like let them get to 3 or 4 for free. Like as long as they're giving up something for the dragon, it's fine. But like if you're training like a dragon for a tower, that's totally okay. When you get to 3, it's a little bit less optimal. Like that's when you want to start taking dragons. But I think for the first 2 dragons, tower's worth more. So if you can get tower for a dragon, you're good. But usually that's not how things work. Usually it's just they just get dragons for free. You can just keep farming up though. I can't see the minimap, so I don't even know where like whose towers are up. If you do send me more videos, just make sure the minimap's in vision. Yeah, as soon as you get here, just E onto whoever's low, and then I don't know, they all died already. Sheesh, where'd all that damage come from? I guess MF is pretty strong. Or Volibear's building damage, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get here in time, but whatever. Your shield is kind of pathetic at this point in the game. Like this is where it's not a bad shield; it's just not great compared to every other point in the game. Because you don't have any points in it. You don't quite have the AP. Volley! Yeah, I don't know what's going on. This Maokai's a character, but yeah, it's like whatever. There's no point getting worked up about this stuff. He's really a character, though. I just completely ignore him. He has no idea what he's talking about. If you're letting this guy get to you, then you made a mistake. All right, yeah. See, this is the reason why this is good. Is like they're all dead, or they're all just coming back up. So you could get some damage on this tower for free, which is totally fine. But you can't always like freaking whatchamacallit. Can't always just walk up to their tower like, alright, that was weird. That was weird, yeah, but make sure you shield yourself there, though, because if your timbers do, you would have taken the full brunt of it. You should just shield yourself as soon as you can out of the Q stun. And then you should just position your ball so you could hit both of them with an ultimate and then walk away, theoretically, if she timbers you. But it was Garen, so there wasn't much CC, so even then I think you could have just ran away. You're gonna make sure you shield yourself immediately. You gotta think about like the threats before they happen. Because if you're responding to threats all the time, like as they happen, then you're not gonna have a good time. That was the really right decision right there. I was really hoping you would do that. That just buys yourself so much more time. Yeah, you could eat yourself instead of barriering there. But, like that just chunks out all of them. And if you're gonna have a chance of saving that turret, that's the way to do it. It's like that was correct. If you ever get like a 3 or 4 man like that, you can do it. It didn't quite kill all the minions, so you didn't get to save the turret, but it's okay. Could have certainly gone worse. Once again, 2 pots and a ward. Actually, I don't know how your slots are. I think you have enough room for at least a ward. Oh yeah, Maokai's just walking into his death. There he goes. And he didn't take him down. Yeah, there he goes. Yeah, that was his little brave. He had no damage behind him. Except for Misfortune. Misfortune doesn't do good damage to tanks. She's alright at killing squishies. She's mostly just an AoE caster. Dude, you really need to meet Maokai. Like that should have happened like 10 minutes ago. And also make sure you're farming. When you have situations like this where all the waves are like pushed up, just farm jungle camps. Like MF's got the right idea. Just casually farm jungle camps. I'd like to talk about more stuff on this, but I don't know. It seems like I've got quite enough out of this game. As far as the general stuff goes, let's find a team fight. Let's get out of position. Is it a team fight? No, this is just a skirmish. That was the right idea. I really want to see a team fight. Y'all haven't had like anything remotely resembling a 5v5 yet. I mean, you had like a 3v4 down and bottom at one point, but alright. So Garen zoned you. Alright, what happened here? It's better up. Yeah, that was a bit odd. Like, you want to have the bear in the tree between you and the opponents at all times, and like sitting in this bush. Let's go back to it. Sitting in this bush is okay, but you need to eat him immediately, and then ult. Do you even have ult? I can't even tell. Let me zoom out of the video. Oh, I gotta get rid of this thing. I don't know if you have ult, but if you had ult, that's what you have to do. Is like you have to immediately just hop out of the bush and combo when you didn't have ult. Like either that or you need to stay in the bush. Other than that, you're just gonna get nuked out. And you just go back to your front line. What happened here? How did this... Oh, there's actually a lot of time left in this game. Okay. Okay. I don't even know. Yeah, you shouldn't be asking about how to stop. You should just be muting him. Alright, here we go. So, like, this could be nice. Sadly, he's not gonna be able to kill him because MF Soul doesn't do very much damage. But, yeah, okay. That's alright. I want to find a team fight. I don't even care about how this game goes. I don't care how it ends, but... Let's see a team fight. Alright, let's rewind. Let's see what's going on here. Alright, so there's 3 of you here. Where's the rest of you? Is he dead? I think he's dead. Alright, yeah, you just straight up nuked Annie. Like, alright, so here you don't have ult, so just shield Sona. Alright, good. And boom. Alright, cool. Flash was right. Yeah, barrier was necessary. Yeah, I would have shielded Sona, but like, there, he's gonna attack whoever you don't shield. So it wasn't even like it was a bad decision because he attacked you. It was like, he's gonna attack whoever you don't shield. Maybe he would have attacked you regardless, but like, you can't know. It's cool. You got alright, yeah, don't back here. You just killed all of them. Alright, good. Actually, right, you killed 2, right? You killed Annie. Annie's like up in 15 or 20. And you killed Draven. Garen's still alive though. Alright, you should be able to kite Garen. You just need Sona to slow him. And use your slow on him. Alright, yeah, this is okay. Like, just walk away from him. Garen's kind of got that problem, is you just kind of walk away from him. Hey, there's the mummy. Is he AP? Yeah, he's AP. I don't know what kind of items he has, but like, he has a lot of AP. At least an abyssal. Yeah, if there's an AP in Mumu, just focus the crap out of him because he just can't do anything if you kill him. That's why you don't build AP in Mumu, because he just dies. You don't want to go Leandri's 3rd either. I didn't get to see that. Void Staff is much more efficient than Leandri's. Probably want to go Grail / Morello, JazzKat, Void Staff, unless you're against that, in which case Rushlania's. But you want to get Void Staff 3rd, especially against their team, because you're never going to be able to kill Garen. Or, I'm pretty sure, I mean, I'm probably have some mag res, but even then, like, just being able to cut through their base magic resist from rooms, and, just from being a champion. That was a cool engage. Alright, cool. And ulting, oh, actually you got 3, okay, that's good. I thought you ulted Dust Rock, I was like, yeah, you don't really want to do that if you don't have to. Like, ulting her is fine as long as you're alone and can get a catch off of it, but, yeah, where it dies. Here, I need to reset this OBS. It's kind of recording slow. One moment. I think we're good now. I do a bunch of internet stuff, and I think I fixed all my issues. Mostly it was just a lot of video stuttering. I don't know if you saw it, but I certainly did. And even like with the zoom aspect, it's gotten kind of obnoxious, but yeah. You delaying your penetration, like with the getting the Rylai, or not the Rylais, the haunting guys, kind of hurts you. Like you really want to have void stabbed on. At this point in the game, like base MRs are high enough for that percent. Even like before then, like the base MRs were high enough that the penetration is really efficient. Which you really want to get. Like you're not dying very much, which is good, but you're also not getting much done. Yeah, Leandry is not what you want to be building towards right now. You really want to just get a void staff. Oh my god, why haven't you muted Maokai yet, yo? You gotta do that. I want to see, is there like a last team fight? Because I just want to see how you position. Because like this is gonna be a hard game no matter what you do. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's rewind. Alright. He's leaving his ult on. Yeah, you got the ball in the right spot. It should be on the Maokai. If he wants to go in, you want to be ready for that. Alright, this is bad. I don't know if you want to fight a choke like this. Just getting Amumu isn't that great, but you did nuke him when he's AP, which is alright. Alright, here you just keep shielding your front line and keep queuing around to some time. Okay. So, you did a respawn. I think in the end, ulting Amumu was a mistake. You should just like had the ball back over here and then ulted people as they walked over it. It wasn't a terrible mistake. It was meh. Someone needed to burst Amumu and it was gonna have to be you. Getting silence like this sucks. That's kind of the way it is. In the end, everyone just gets cleaned up besides you, and then you're done. You're gonna be done for eventually. Oh. You done got wrecked. But yeah. That was mostly just a case of positioning. I mean, that was a hard game to win no matter what you did. It was just, I don't know how behind your team was, but that was kind of hard to do. Alright, let's see. I mean, gold-wise, I don't know. Maokai not building a jungle item is pretty terrible. Library building AD is pretty terrible, but it's like, I mean, it's gonna be a hard game to win. Like, mostly it's just you didn't quite have the damage to team fight, but that's partially on you. Like, this isn't gonna help you do damage, and you really need to be able to do damage. Like, this haunting guys in this should have been a void staff, and you would have been much better off. Like, Annie wasn't doing anything in these fights. Like, Roa Deathcap doesn't do that much damage. It does some damage, but it's not great. Like, she wasn't a really big factor in these fights. Like, she did basically nothing. It was mostly just the Garen and the Amumu. Like, Amumu is AP. Like, he's, like, full AP. Like, holy crap, he is. Magus, Rylai's, Liandry's. Like, he's tough. You just, like, told your team, focus Amumu. You're good. Nothing else would really matter. Like, Draven's building terribly, so he's not doing that much damage. You just had to deal with Amumu. Like, he was the biggest threat. Amumu and Garen were, like, the biggest threats. All you need to do is get together and CC them. And you could communicate a little bit to do that, but mostly it was just having the penetration to deal with them and then kiting them around. So yeah, that's pretty much the story of that game. Like, that was a hard game to win no matter what, because you just, I don't know, you just didn't quite have the support. You did pretty well, but it's whatever. It was gonna be a hard game to win no matter what you did. But I mean, there's still a lot of good stuff to learn from it. All right, I'll just cut this VOD off. There's gonna be a little gap just because I had to go fix my internet, but you can just skip it.